Another simple bar, ill bar, because I know we quote this all the time in the group chat. You are hiding a child.
You are hiding a child.
Lyric of the year.
Lyric of the year.
How's
You
that
are
lyric of the
hiding
year?
a child.
I think the delivery is
Right.
how it was so
It was so
stern. Like,
stern,
go to
yeah.
your room. Like,
And Cole, we talking about Pusha T talking to Drake. Like,
That's
it
what
wasn't an ill
Pusha
bar.
sounded like the old aunt from Virginia who always tells the truth during the holidays and like the family talks
Yeah.
and whispers. No, I'm going to tell him, you are hiding a child.
What's up, geniuses? Welcome back to For the Record, and I'm your host, Rob Markman. Now, if you've been watching the show, you saw last week, we were just reviewing 2018, talking about our favorite albums, our favorite moments, our favorite beats. Damn, man, and Drake got, man. Shout out to Pusha T, man, for real.
Drake definitely got.
I
He's
wanna-
still Drake though.
He's still Drake, nothing changes that. I want to introduce our panel once again for if you're unfamiliar. Hovain Hylton from Cinematic Management. He manages everybody in the game, from Styles P to T-Pain. He got Cameron. He got the Griselda boys. Too much to name.
10% of everything.
everything, 700%.
It's Cinematic and it's QC at this point, and Rock Nation. You know what I'm saying? The three-headed monster. Hovain, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
All right. My man from the Rap Radar podcast, doing all the dope interviews. I really, really enjoyed his Will Smith interview.
I enjoyed it
this
too.
year. I thought, we was all like a little jealous and at the same time a little rooting for you. At the same time, it was a good win, man.
Thank you.
Brian B.Dot Miller, man, welcome to For the Record.
Thank you, man. They're still mad at me.
Because you still talking that Drake Kendrick shit.
here we go.
And last but not least, we have my man from the Breakfast Club, 8 years and running. Wow. Also a New York Times best-selling author. His new book,
Bestseller.
Shook Ones, My Anxiety Playing Tricks on Me, is out now.
yes, sir.
Makes a really good Christmas gift for somebody that you really love, right? Gives some good perspective.
Absolutely.
Charlamagne Tha God, welcome to For the Record.
Hey,
Stocking stuff.
New Judy Bloom over here, man.
Fraggle
The
juice,
Black
wasn't that
Ryan
the book?
Seacrest.
I wanted to do a little something because this is genius, man. And we talked about in the last episode albums of the year. I mean, we talked a lot about Pusha T. We talked about Nipsey Hussle. We talked about Drake. We talked about Travis Scott. We talked about Nicki and Cardi. I want to give some love to the lyricists because I think, it's a real disservice. I think with streaming, on Spotify, when you can see how many times something is played, or you go on YouTube, you can see how many times something is streamed.
Yeah.
People equate those streams in the millions. Oh, it's automatically good. And I think we do our lyricists a disservice. And hip hop
That's
for a
a
lot of
fact.
time has become
That's a fact.
a popularity contest more so than skill. So I want to talk about the lyricists this year. I mean, we got guys like Royce the 5'9", Booker Ryan,
one of the best.
Fonte,
Fact.
No News is Good News. Lupe Fiasco dropped the album, the Drogas Waves. Styles P dropped like 4 albums.
Black Thought.
Black Thought dropped Streams of Consciousness, volumes 1 and 2. Wale dropped 3 EPs this year. If you put
Wale,
it together,
man.
Free Wale, man.
it's an album. So I want to kind of talk about the lyrical moments this year. Hovain, we'll start with you. Lyrical, man, just what stood out for you lyrically this year? Who was the lyrical guy this year?
Pusha T, Wale with the 3 EPs, like you said. I want to go Benny the Butcher. I'm going to go Styles P for 4 projects. Dave for keeping up with Styles P on the Beloved album. Man. Black Thought part 1 and 2 was crazy.
Streams of Thought, volume 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Was that Flex freestyle this year?
No, that was
Flex was last year.
That
last
Flex
year?
freestyle
Flex was
was
last year.
crazy. Man, it's too many to name.
J-Rock was spitting too.
J-Rock.
B.Dot, who was your lyricist of the year?
J-Rock.
My lyricist of the year, man, there's too many. I think we'll be here all day, but J-Rock definitely stands out to me. Royce the 5'9" stands out. Benny the Butcher, J.I.D., that Rum 51. Oh, my goodness.
Jay killed it.
He went crazy on
Off
that.
the Zonkies is crazy off of
Oh.
that DiCaprio too.
He's a monster. He's going to be all right. Like, I'm not worried about the future with J.I.D. around. Who else is there? Rock Marciano, he killed that. The Behold, the Dark Horse, that's one of my favorites this year. Westside Gun was doing his thing. Like I said, City Girls, I really enjoyed JT.
Lyricist though.
But I'm just, no.
But you
they
put JT in the lyricist category?
well, maybe not in the lyricist category, but I'm just thinking, I think she's a good rapper.
Okay.
But those guys in particular stand out a lot to me. Like, they're really good. And I didn't say Royce the 5'9", I don't know if I did, but just mention him again.
Shout out to Cocaine. See, we had this discussion with Styles P and Dave East on this show where we talked about do lyrics still matter? Because you know, a lot of times, you know, look, Tekashi 6ix9ine, Huge had #1 album this year, went on Angie Martinez's show on Power 105 and was just like, yo, I don't be saying shit. And then he recited the lyrics to Fifi. He was like, yo, I don't care. Like, and you know, I think I don't fault him for that because I think a lot of fans, a lot of artists just disregard lyricism. But do you think it was a particularly strong year for lyricists?
Yeah, I do think it was a good year for lyricists, and I think that you're not going to have a long career if you're not a lyricist.
Right.
Like, you know, all of those guys that say that stuff like, oh, lyrics don't matter, I don't care. Well, guess what? The game eventually won't care about you. In order to have a long, storied career, you got to be able to say something. Like, I mean, tell me the guy that was a Tekashi 6ix9ine type of rapper who lasted 10 years.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I can't think of any.
And when you look at the guys who last 20 years in
they
the
can
game,
rap.
T.I., Jay-Z,
Pusha.
Nas.
Like,
That's when you say that, when you make that comment, it always bewilders me when people say that, because I'm like, okay, ask Drake, Kendrick, and Cole if lyricism matters, because they're the top 3 guys in
Absolutely.
the game, and they're killing it.
When I hear people say that, I hear Craig Mack in my head. You won't be around next year. And that's the truth to the matter. Like, the lyricists will always be around. Now, will the lyricists reap a lot of the benefits that the non-lyricists reap? Maybe not, but over time, 10 years, you'll make more money than them guys made. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have a lyricist this year? Did you have somebody particularly that you were like super impressed with what they were doing lyrically?
I like Trans Lee. I really wish
Trans
people
Lee.
would like pay attention to Trans Lee more. You know, I like the whole Griselda, that's what they call
Griselda.
Griselda movement.
Griselda.
And I just know that from literally being in the barbershop with my man Ty cutting my hair. Like, he would always be playing it. I'm like, yo, who is that? You know what I mean? But I didn't realize that the movement was what it is, you know, like growing the way it is now with Benny the Butcher and, you know,
nice.
Conway and Westside Gun and all of them. But I think that they're super dope lyrically. I think somebody like Tokyo Jets is super dope lyrically. Like, and then it's all the usual suspects, the Pusha T's, the Hov. Like, come on, Hov is on his 100th year in the game. And it seems like this generation just figured out he could rap this year. Like, oh my God, this What's Free is so amazing. And I'm like, that's Hov.
Yeah.
Did Hov have verse of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Meek or Hov?
What did Meek? What was
Meek
Meek
was
verse
spitting
of
on
the
this
year?
album, though. You gotta listen to Champions.
Right.
He said we had to battle poverty, we had to battle racism, we had to battle the system just to get, you know what I'm saying?
Prior to What's Free, I was leaning towards Blue Laces too.
That
verse.
you know, I don't know if it's so much as
Blue
lyrics,
Laces.
but storytelling is a part of lyricism.
it's
I
part.
think the story that Nipsey was telling on Blue Laces 2, that last verse about his man getting shot, I gotta keep him cool, calm, and collective. I guess
see
now
it.
you be respected. Like, you could see that
You could see
whole thing.
You said it was storytelling. That's a big part of Nas.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but I think generally people don't equate storytelling with lyricism. It's more metaphors and but actually being able to paint a picture and be lyrical. It kind of remind me, I know Sia appreciate this, when Ghostface had the verse on Impossible on Wu-Tang
Call the
Forever.
ambulance, you ain't even shot.
Yeah.
That shit was hard. Where did Kim G, my mother? Hard? Yeah,
Nipsey reminded me of that with Blue Laces too. I think
Lil Wayne was spitting this year.
Lil Wayne.
Now, Lil Wayne was spitting. Lil Wayne was spitting, and Meek was spitting on this album.
Meek was definitely snapping.
I gotta give it up. The guy who I enjoyed the most this year lyrically, I think I definitely got to give it up to Wale. I think it was like an off year
Wale gets
for
busy.
Wale because he didn't give us an album per se, right? But he
gets
gave us
busy.
3 EPs, and if you
Three
put them 3
strong
EPs
EPs.
together, if you put his complicated self-promotion, Free Lunch together,
Yes.
you know, salary cap, things like that, the things that Wale was
salary
doing
cap.
this year lyrically, when he said they moved the goalposts for certain, they not official.
That was hard.
That's a hard bar, and you know, I think because he didn't put out an album, people are not bringing up Wale, but Wale
He's
worked
a
this
little
year.
underappreciated.
Yes. Wale needs like most improved 6th man of the year award.
You
like
said that. I want to debate you because you said this year that you thought Wale was the most improved.
Yes. I was not a
He
big.
always was nice.
But he was always nice.
I was never a big Wale fan, and I think ever since the False Prophets verse from Cole last year, I think that just sparked something in Wale.
And then he dropped Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, and he just was on a tear. Like, I've really been impressed with the EPs.
Maybe. Or people maybe just started paying attention to Wale after the
I think
Groundhog
he was
Day
always
verse.
rapping. I think it gave him a edge more, but Wale has always had that edge. I think Wale has always felt underappreciated, and actually, I see Wale get a lot of love. I think focusing on the negative shit just makes social media want to pile more negative shit on because they want to see you react.
Yeah.
Regardless of kind of where he's at, in the booth is never a problem for him. I feel.
Yeah,
Nah,
Wale-
not at all.
Wale's
Also, too, we talk about Jay-Z having best verse of the year. Jay-Z potentially got 2 of the best verses of the year. But I think we sleeping on the verse on Friends.
That's what I
Friends
said.
Everything is love.
That's what
I
I
think the
said,
Friends
man.
verse is better than What's Free. And I love the What's Free verse.
Friends.
That line when he
I ain't
said,
going nobody nothing.
and listen, I
Me
just
and my
want
wife beefing. Like, come on, man.
I just want to say for the record, shout out to Young Guru, because Guru actually broke this line down on Twitter from What's Free. But I was texting with Guru about the line. Like, I actually, when he said,
Carefree,
look at my
yeah.
hair free, carefree, these ain't nair free. Nair free and nair, the hair product, and carefree is the hair product. That ball alone is so crazy. And then Jay-Z with his hair free.
That
Like, we
Seinfeld
know
line
that's
at the end was
always
hard, too.
signifies something with Ho when he just got his hair out.
Yeah, but
he's just super focused. That was
it's just
hard.
weird to me in 2018 for us to be acting like Jay-Z can rap.
Right.
We know this already.
Yeah.
Like it's like watching Bron in LA and be like, oh my God, he scored 40 points 8 games in a row. He's LeBron.
Yeah.
We know
We
this
taking this for granted,
already.
though.
We take it for granted.
That's a fact.
Jay-Z is one of the most slept on lyricists. We always look
Really?
at it 100%.
I see where you're going
We
with
look,
that,
we
though.
look at his hit making, we look at the Beyonce, we look at the business moves, Rock Nation, clothing, influential. Nobody says, listen to the bars. Jay-Z
He's
is
the
hard-
only hip hop artist in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Well, I think
Yeah.
Jermaine just got in
Jermaine
there.
got
The
in
rapper, like I don't consider Jay a rapper.
People look, but we look when you see something like this, it let you know that people sleep on it. They
You know
just
what's
listen-
come full circle? You know what I think
Do
is
you
different?
fools listen to music or do they just
skim
skim through it?
I know what was different about Jay, or what changed, is he's always been very subtle with certain things, but since 444, really just taking the cap off and being unfiltered
When you get $1
and
billion,
saying
you
what
can
he
do that.
says and not caring. Like, it kind of makes me think about when he said, you know, I kind of want to rhyme like Common Sense, but I sold 5 million. I ain't rhyming like Common Sense. Oh, he rhyming like Common now, like the
When you
old.
get a certain
I gotta
financial
push
freedom
back
and
a
a
little
certain
bit,
power.
man. I gotta put. We acting like Jay has not been on his pro-black empowerment.
He has,
since day
he
one.
has, but I feel like it's like hidden. And
No, Jay-Z said them crackers gonna act like I ain't on their ass. Like Jay-Z been on it.
Yeah. Listen, and, you know, I'm the soul of Mamiya in these modern day times off of Volume 3. Like but it's never
Those
kind of been a
sprinkles.
single.
Right.
It's been like, if you was a Jay fan, you caught it. And
Yeah.
I don't think the casual listener caught it. And I think Jay now is at a point where I don't care who knows or
'Cause
who
can't
gets
nobody stop
offended.
me.
I'm telling my truth.
Or could it
You
just
gonna hold
be?
this.
Could it just be the growth and the evolution of an almost 50-year-old man? Like, what else would Jay-Z be rapping about on
Could be.
444?
That could be it too.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we talk about evolution, and I guess this counts as a verse because it doesn't have a hook. 1985 from J. Cole. I'd be remiss to
Dope
not bring
verse.
that up.
Well,
Dope,
then
dope.
I want to bring up YBN Cordae, who I think is one of the most.
Oh, yeah.
Because his response to that J. Cole record, like, you know, we had this generational divide now, and I think Cordae is a lyricist, a young
Yeah,
lyricist,
he's good.
who represents, you know, he runs with YBN the Mid, like, you know what I'm saying, and Almighty J, like, they with all the young shits
Yeah.
right now, but Cordae kind of has a foot in both worlds, so
He's dope.
when he can respond to J. Cole, and you gonna listen and you gonna respect it. I think that kid is
J.
phenomenal.
Cole's the featured artist of the year. He did the best features this year.
How when Rhapsody bodied him on Sojourner?
Wow.
And by the way,
That is true.
none of y'all will admit that for whatever reason.
Right.
Not
Rhapsody-
that
I just said it's true.
she had a better
She
verse.
got it.
Like
I just said it's
Rhapsody
true.
bodied.
I wouldn't say body.
Body.
Like, you think you like toe tag? Like,
I mean, and Cole was dope. But yo, Rhapsody came in like we all from a certain era. I love when that person comes on at the end of the record
Right.
and makes it to where damn can't nobody follow.
Well,
this.
that's what it always used to be. It always used to
Yes.
be whoever had the best verse went last, like
That's
you
right,
close
yeah.
the show. I also want to give props, man. I love the Fonte album, No News is Good News. And it made me think of it when you talked about Jay, like, what do we expect a 50-year-old man to rap about? I don't think Fonte is quite 50, but these brothers, him, Royce the 5'9", they're showing us, because hip-hop is still relatively young, and we
Yeah.
haven't learned how to age
Yeah.
in hip-hop.
This is
and
all
still be
happening in real
dope. Like,
time.
songs like Expensive Jeans, So Help Me God. Like, Expensive Jeans is such an ill song from Fonte if you haven't heard it. You know what I'm saying? So Help Me God, Cry No More. Like, that album, it was kind of like the underground version of 444 to me. Not to cheapen it, but if you hadn't heard it and you need a frame of reference, it was like if 444 was the thing that everybody talked about, Fonte album, I think, is just as good, maybe on a more underground level.
Yeah, I mean the thing about hip hop can age as long as people are being honest and authentic. That's it. Like Jay-Z should be rapping about Black empowerment. Jay-Z should be rapping about his kids. You know what I'm saying? Like he should be rapping about his wife. That's what's going on in his life right now.
yeah.
For so long, rappers used to front. To be honest with you, That's why I don't give it up. And I recognize Lil Wayne as a legend. I recognize Lil Wayne as a GOAT, but it's very hard for me to like give it up to him and put him on the level of the Hoves and whoever else, because it's like he's not letting us in on his
life.
But
I see what you're saying.
I think that's why Carter 5 was so great, and the turning point, like having his daughter on Carter 5 with him,
having his mom's narrated,
him talking about the suicide attempt.
We heard that before.
I never knew that he tried to kill himself. I thought he was
I didn't know he tried to kill himself.
They always
either.
try to cover it up
himself.
as it was like an accidental shooting, that he was just playing with a gun and he caught himself by accident. But for him to reveal at this point in his life, like, yo, nah, I actually shot myself. Even when they were doing the Uproar Challenge, things like seeing Lil Wayne on social media with his kids, and his kid was doing the Michael Jackson dance in the mirror. Like, you know, I think we're starting to see Wayne break down those.
There's other younger rappers with more kids than Jay-Z. So I think, to Charlamagne's point, I would like to see more rappers talking about, you know, personal
But
things.
hip hop is fun. You know, one of my favorite lyrics of the year, and I'll die on this hill. It's not an ill bar, but wham, 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 bitch, I'm the baby.
Hard.
Like, can two things be true? Can I love the Jay-Z What's Reverse and fucking go crazy?
You would be a player hater not to recognize that. I think he outshined Drake. It was a better performance. It's the highlight of the show when Drake was performing on this tour.
I'm from South Carolina, so I grew up on 3 6 Mafia and Little John and, you know, UGK, but then I also had the Scarface, and then I appreciated up north hip hop. So it's like I've always had that ear for everything. I like to turn up, but then I like the lyrics too. So yeah, you can like Lil Baby and like Pusha T or like Jay. Like, yeah, of course.
Or what about
Jay does. You see what Jay had on his playlist on Tidal?
Okay, we got B.Dot here from Rap Radio Podcast, which is on Tidal.
Absolutely.
Did Jay curate that list? Is that Jay's list?
Listen, I saw it the same time everyone else did, but I think it's him. It reflects his taste.
Right. And another simple bar.
Westside Gun is on that list.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay. Another simple bar, ill bar, because I know we quote this all the time in the group chat. You are hiding a child.
You are hiding a child.
Lyric of the year.
Lyric of the year.
You are hiding a child.
I think the delivery is how it was so stern. Like, go to your room. Like,
and we're talking about Pusha T talking to Drake. Like,
that's
it wasn't an ill
Pusha
bar.
sounded like the old aunt from Virginia who always tells the truth during the holidays, and like the family talks in whispers. No, I'm going to tell him. You are hiding a child. And the whole family gasps.
it's like that scene in Soul Food. The family fucked my husband. Everyone was like,
What let's talk about, we talked about Lil Baby earlier, but I want to talk about some of these young cats.
Let's talk about it.
Who's kind of the rookie of the year this year? A lot of new cats emerged. You know, we definitely had Lil Baby, we definitely had Gunna. Tierra Whack really made a splash this year. JID, I don't know if we could call JID necessarily a new artist, but it definitely seems like a coming out year for JID. I really fuck with Melly. I think Melly is dope. I think what she did on Meek's album, I think YB and Cordae. But in terms of rookies, of people coming up, who was we checking for this year?
Going with Baby for me.
Yeah, Baby.
A little baby.
I mean, Baby and I'm going
Baby and Gunna.
Baby, Gunna, City Girls. I think QC had like a lot of the best new artists, if you ask me. You know, so I'm gonna go Baby, Gunna, City Girls. I mean, I'm not even just talking about musically. I'm just talking about impact. You know, do we consider Cardi a rookie since our first album?
Yeah.
Invasion of Privacy came out this year.
Yeah.
I mean, I know she had 2 mixtapes before that.
I always count last year because of Bodak. And it was so big and you couldn't escape it.
No album.
But this was her first album.
Cardi B, if that's the case.
Right.
Cardi
I gotta
B.
put Cardi. Cardi was rookie of the year, if you ask me.
I give it to Lil Baby. I love Drip Too Hard. Like, his verse, the performance on it, like the way he trails off the lyrics, I love that. Like, I ran it back a lot. I think Lil Baby had it. Got Drake on the what's the name of the record again?
He got Drake on 2 records.
Yeah, 2 records. There you
Yes,
go.
indeed. And
Never Recover.
Never Recover.
Yeah.
He said, I got Drake on another one. The money ain't even coming from the other one. Like,
Man.
like Lil Baby on the low, and again, I think it's a certain stigma about what rap is. That shit was a bar. He said, I got Drake on another one. The money ain't even coming from the other one.
And I don't know if we're going to talk about producers, but Tay Keith was a hell of a rookie this year as
He
well.
should have been nominated for a Grammy.
Right. I want to shout out Tay Keith, not only because we did Deconstructed here with him at Genius, and he just graduated from college. During the midst of this year of him producing for everybody, he made sure to stay in school, and he was like, I'm so close it don't make no sense for me to drop. Anybody else could have easily dropped out and said, look, I got placements on Drake. I got everywhere, Astroworld. I'm everywhere.
Oh, good.
He said, nah, I'm gonna stay in there. He graduated, man. So shout out to Tay Keith.
Now
man.
you
That
got
was
money
really
to
a
pay his
dope
student
story.
loans off. Right? That's the most important thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. So Lil Baby, you like Cardi B?
Cardi B, yeah. I mean, I think anything that came out of QC, like all the City Girls, Lil Baby, but if we can count Cardi as a rookie since this is our first album, I mean, we'd be stupid not to make Cardi
I'm
B
going
rookie
Cardi
of the year.
rookie.
I'm still going Little Baby.
Right.
Cardi, baby.
All right, and then finally, man, we talked about hip hop, but big discussion right now. Hip hop, R&B, brother sisters, man, derivative from each other. Jacquees jumped out the window and said he is the king of R&B.
I didn't even know Jacquees was an R&B singer until he said that. I thought he was a rapper. I thought he
No
was
way.
Birdman's new Lil Wayne. I promise you. I just
No
thought he
way.
did like cover songs every now and then just because he could.
Shit.
I thought he was a rapper.
He
Like,
sung
I-
on Black Bonnie with
I
Wale.
I did not know.
Wow. But Jacquees is out here now. Say he's the king of R&B.
He's
Sparked all this
definitely out
debate.
here.
Shout out to him because you're supposed to feel
He
that.
should drop a song or album today.
Right. Well, first of all, too, you remember when Wayne said he's the best rapper alive? This is an old Cash Money tactic. Like
Lil Wayne was out here proving it though. He was
Right,
rapping. He was
Wayne had a
rapping like
catalog.
beat.
He had a discography.
T.I. said he was the king of the South when nobody was even thinking about T.I. being the king
Right.
of the South. Jay and Big said they were the kings of New York. Like, I don't have no problem with somebody.
Self-appointed though.
Stating
They
that
never
as a
said
king.
self-appointed.
Well, Scarface
The
kind of
source
gave it.
put Biggie on the cover and said he's the king.
True,
And Jay-Z,
true.
You know what I'm saying?
But Scarface blessed T.I. with that
Yeah.
name as well.
But Scarface never said it. Scarface always would say, I'm not the king of anything. I don't
Right.
want the crown because kings get their heads cut off. That's what Scarface used to always say. But for me, I don't have a problem with him saying it, but it's not true.
So
Like, you know what I'm saying?
So who's and he said of this generation, who's the king of R&B in this
Christopher
generation?
Brown.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown, yeah.
Christopher Brown.
I would say that over the last, 15 years now, Chris Brown has been the guy.
Listen, it depends what we talking about.
All time, Prince, R. Kelly, Michael
We're talking about
Jackson.
this generation.
This
This
generation.
generation.
Chris Brown.
I give Chris Brown.
Hands down.
When we say this generation, what year? What's the time frame?
10. 10
10
last
years? The last 10 years?
Listen, I'm just saying pure R&B music. There's nobody that makes better R&B music than Miguel. Why y'all be fronting
I
on
fuck with Miguel.
Miguel?
He not no Chris Brown though, man.
Listen, Chris is a better everything. Chris can perform,
Right.
all of that stuff. But Miguel, his catalog,
I'm not mad at that.
his-
I'll tell you,
his
Miguel.
ca-
Miguel
come on.
will be 1A.
Wild Heart, Warren Leisure.
I didn't love Wild Heart that much.
You didn't like Wild Heart? With NWA with Corrupt on there?
Oh, NWA was
man.
fire.
I think
Come on, man.
the first two Miguel
All I
albums,
Want Is You.
All I Want Is You, and I think Kaleidoscope
Kaleidoscope
Dream,
Dream.
are
Kaleidoscope
amazing
Dream.
albums, classics to me.
I like, and I agree.
Listen.
I agree. Those two are best, but Warren Leisure and Wild Heart are dope. I just like Miguel a lot, and I don't understand
I like
why.
Miguel a lot,
I
too.
think it's because he's Mexican. I think y'all building a wall
Well,
around R&B to keep him out.
I ain't mad at my Latino brother.
Yeah.
Man. I ain't tripping. But I'm gonna say the king. I'm gonna say it right here. Beyonce. And fuck you gonna do about it? It's Beyonce. Kalani tweeted that too. Beyonce is the king of R&B. It's Beyonce.
Beyonce's her own genre. Like,
Beyonce,
that is
Beyonce,
it.
listen, let's be clear. Beyonce's not a king. Beyonce's not a queen. Beyonce's a god.
Yeah.
All right? So what's a king to a god? What's a queen to a god? Like, Beyonce is somewhere else. Like, I don't even count her in that discussion. Like, some things are a given. You know what I mean? I will say, though, Chris Brown, I'm not mad at that choice at all because Chris has proven himself. And my two favorite R&B records of the past 10, 15 years are Miguel at Dawn and Chris Brown, Back to Sleep. But the dirty version, Back to Sleep.
that version.
Fuck you, Back to Sleep, girl? God damn. To me, that's the R&B I grew up on. Like, that's
That's
Jodeci
real
level.
R&B, yeah.
Thought
You know
this was
what
a
I'm saying?
family show, Charlamagne.
What? I'm saying.
How many kids Charlamagne? Right now, you know what's going on in the God household.
Fuck you, Back to Sleep. What? Come on, man. Like,
I wasn't ready. What about Frank Ocean?
nah.
Nah.
Yeah, I've been told you.
He's,
thought
in,
he was-
he's in the kingdom. He's not
No, he's not.
the king.
He's
not in
outside the
kingdom.
castle, maybe?
He's in the woods meditating somewhere, eating berries.
I don't.
Damn.
Is he
Acting better than everybody in the kingdom. I'm
The
too
dream.
good to
The
be
dream.
there.
The dream.
The Weeknd?
Dream is
Dream.
dope.
The Weeknd.
There's a lot of princes, man. Like, I don't know. I don't think the R&B guys are assertive as the rap guys, claiming, the throne or kingdom shit.
But it used to be Bobby Brown was with
Different
the shit.
times.
King.
Jeremiah gets slept on a lot. He's very talented.
I don't even know what Jeremiah looked like. Jeremiah's like a
Jeremiah-
like an NBA player, NBA creative player that you started but you didn't finish.
Yo.
Jeremiah gets disqualified because he had somebody come out on his tour with Party Next Door and perform for him. Then you
fake
bought
MF
tickets
dude?
for his show, and he still put a fake dude in front of you.
I don't know what Jeremiah looks like. Jeremiah could walk in here right now and I would not know.
Oh
That's
man,
it.
he pulls an MF Doom.
He pulled an MF Doom without the mask.
Oh my goodness.
I like Miguel and Chris Brown, and I'm taking Miguel because I just think Miguel makes better R&B music. Like seriously, who's written a better record than Adorn in the past 10, 15 years? Adorn.
Did he write?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Miguel, did he write it?
I don't know. We gotta check the credits.
Check the
Yeah.
credits.
Nah, I think he has writing credits on that.
But Chris Brown is a threat,
Well,
man.
Chris Brown writes with people too, right? Chris Brown does it.
Yeah.
But he's written some of his biggest joints
Right.
himself.
See, Chris Brown reminds you of Chris Brown has a little bit of all of the great
Right.
R&B artists. Like Miguel can't dance like Chris Brown.
Right.
We see when Miguel tried to jump on and freaking
Leg
leg
drop,
drop
leg
the
drop.
girl. You know
Girl
what I'm
still in the
saying?
cover.
But Chris can sing, he can dance, he can write,
He can
like
act.
he can act. Like, he's got a little bit of everything
Chris
we
Brown
love.
is very hip hop if you think about it. Like you said, he dances, he does graffiti, and he raps.
First of all, he rap better than a lot of these rappers out here.
That's true.
That's true.
I'm still Beyonce still.
But Miguel and Chris Brown and everybody that was online chatting shit, nobody's even considering y'all. Nobody ever said Bobby Valentino's the king of R&B. Nobody, definitely not Jay. Jay Holiday is the only holiday nobody cares about. Like, and we're in the holiday season and we can't get
I want
nobody.
you to valet.
Damn.
Not in this
man.
Gucci jacket.
Yeah, come on. You don't disrespect valets like that. Like it's not valets out there with Gucci jackets.
What about Usher? Nobody brought up Usher.
I think
This
that's-
generation?
This
Generation?
generation.
Last 10 years, Confessions was 2004, so yeah, that's 10 years
last
out.
generation.
Yeah, Usher's there,
Poppin'
but
when I had the
Usher's a
U-Chain. Usher's a legend.
Usher's a legend.
Usher and Zaytoven album slept on.
No.
I like
Hey,
it.
I
I like
nah.
it. I
it's
like
cool.
it.
I don't
Like
think it's
3 or
as
4
bad as
joints on
people
it.
were saying. I think what happens in social media is that
One
one
person
person has something to say and everybody
Yeah.
piles on.
It's not a
I
bad
think a lot
album.
of people were saying that
It's not.
Usher made a trap album. There was very little trap on that.
It's just
Like
a
it's
producer
just because
that-
you saw the name together with him and Zaytoven and you came up with an idea in your head.
It's a very good album.
But there was R&B on that album.
It hurts me when guys
Or
like Usher
EP.
put out records and people just breeze past it.
Like it
that's
didn't
Usher.
matter, like it
Like
didn't-
it didn't even matter. Like it was a fart. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit came and when you smelled it, oh Usher, and then it was on to the next. I hate that.
Yeah.
Like we gotta. I don't know if it's
Nas
our fault or
album.
they fault.
Nah,
Nas album, like
Nas
You know,
album wasn't that-
I think what it is too, I think it's a generation. I think it's two things. I think what streaming does is music is content now. So the more music that gets put out at a more rapid pace, it keeps you in that app and it keeps you clicking and it's good for business. So A, music is content, lends itself to that. And then B, I think a lot of this generation wants their own stars to hold on to. They might not want to share with us. And sometimes you might deny Usher's greatness because it's like, all right, I'm tired of hearing about Usher. That's the shit my dad liked or
Right,
my
yeah.
uncle liked. I'm going to throw in this Daniel Caesar. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Super fire.
And look to crown something new. So, you know, I think it's a generational thing. And I think part of it, too, you got to give younger music fans space to kind of fan out over their own shit and own their own artists. You know what I'm saying?
The
I'm
only
at
thing I
that.
don't like is when the youngsters try to compare these guys' new stuff to our guys' latest stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, compare
Like,
that to the great. Not
yeah,
that,
You wasn't there when Usher was making Confessions. You know
Or
what I mean?
8701.
8701. Like you didn't see that. You didn't see that wave. You don't know what that felt like. So it's like, yeah, you might could take Usher's new music and compare it to Jacquees and say, oh, Jacquees makes better music, but you're comparing that one project to one project, not a catalog, a career.
Yeah, catalog.
But I ain't mad at Jacquees. Jacquees can sing.
What you got for song of the year?
Oh, man. I didn't even think about this. My personal pick or just
Your personal
conventional wisdom?
You on the record, Rob?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's an easy one for me. I can't even believe y'all thinking about it this hard.
You gonna say sicko mode, ain't you?
Nope.
I don't know. Come back to me.
Rhapsody.
Nope.
Yeah, Rhapsody.
I got
Little Duval, smile, bitch. Smile. Rap record of the year, and you can't say it's not rap because Ball Greasy's on it and Snoop Dogg is on it. All Little Duval does is give you the hook. That is the rap record of the year. It's not even close. I can't believe Jay-Z didn't even put that on his title.
B.Dot, what's your record of the year? You fucked up because you ain't put Astro World in your list.
I know I'm already fired, but
The bonus is gonna be like this year.
there's a lot of usual suspect picks. You could say God's Plan. You could say this record, but for me, one of the best records that came out was J Rock's Win. Like
Ooh,
Win,
yeah,
win,
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
come on, man. Like, that's a great record.
But that's why I put Duval and J Rock in like the same category because it's mantras.
Yeah.
Yeah,
know what I'm
everybody
saying?
can relate to
Right.
that.
Word
They
is
wanna
born
win.
like that. You win, smile,
go
bitch.
win.
Like it's empowerment
Yeah.
records, you know.
And we all wanted J-Rock to win, and he finally won.
Word
So,
up.
Flip the narrow, leave me alone.
Ooh,
I like that
I'm
one.
not mad at that one. That's a
You
good one.
manage him. You're a little biased.
You manage
You're a little
him.
biased.
He's cinematic.
Yo,
He's
everybody. Yo, man.
Okay. God
He's
damn.
cinematic.
Okay.
That's-
So it's
That's
the same
a lot of
whole-
checks.
it's cinematic the label, not cinematic management.
Oh, got you. Okay. Got you.
Same difference.
Same difference. Oh, like I only get 5% of that.
Yeah. I only get 2.5% of that.
I like ape shit. You know why I like ape shit?
I like ape shit.
It shows that somebody who would be considered as an older artist, Jay-Z and Beyonce's been around, but they stepped into a new genre of music, kind of trap sound, and they bodied it.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely one
They
of the best.
blended the two styles, and he bodied it.
That's what great artists can do, though. I mean, when
Yeah.
you look at, what Biggie used to do when he would jump on records with, Bone, even Jay been doing that historically. Great artists can jump on any type of record and body it.
That's what Drake is doing right now.
Yeah,
That's what Drake is
absolutely.
doing right now.
I think God's plan and the rollout for all his videos was dope. The content was amazing. The videos, songs, all that was cool.
Damn, I think I'm gonna go and win.
Go win.
I fuck with Sicko Mode though, man.
Sicko Mode's a great
Mode is
song.
an amazing record.
Obama's a move too. That's a movie too.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I fuck with Mo Bamba when I'm out amongst people. It's like the energy that it creates.
Yeah.
I don't listen to Mo
Or
Bamba.
energy.
Yeah.
at home.
I don't know if that's gonna be a record I'll go to a year from now. It's cool for right now in the moment, but I don't know.
Are we bothered by the allegations that,
Some selective.
Yeah, nah.
Selective
We
outrage.
gotta keep that
Yeah,
same
yeah.
energy with Justine Sky
Yeah.
and what's going on with Sheck West
Yeah.
and the accusations she's made against her. You gotta keep the same energy,
Yeah.
right? And the
But
same
if you like the
energy's not
record, you
being
like the
kept.
record. But, I think that we do have to learn how to separate the two because, Justine made, I don't know if she was actually talking about Sheck West, but when she was on Breakfast Club, she made a good point. She was like, yo, nobody would, if I do say he did this to me, nobody would care. You know what I mean? Because they like his
Right.
music.
But the fact of the matter, but it goes back to what we said in the last episode when you have media outlets, when you have Spotify saying, hey, we're not going to support XXXTentacion based off of these allegations. A lot of outlets chose not to support Tekashi 6ix9ine because of his previous sexual allegations,
That's
right?
true.
So there were at least media who didn't support. So it kind of goes against what Justine is saying, but I get what Justine is saying because I think the general public is just going to support what they like. So those stream numbers are going to go up regardless.
Absolutely. And I think R. Kelly proves that we can all say somebody is a piece of shit, but still step in the name of love. You know what I'm saying? Like you might even hate what Sheck West did, but still like
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
but still like his music.
Hits matter.
Hits matter.
If it's anything that we learned from 2018 is his matter
Yeah.
and that you're hiding a child.
I'm not hiding a child. I'm not hiding a child.
I do want to say
two.
I want to say one thing about Sicko Mode. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, was it Charlamagne recently had a baby this year?
Congratulations.
Right?
My
Congratulations
third
on
He's
daughter.
not
that.
hiding.
I was a hoe in a past life. So I
But
got
we
two
didn't
kids.
know. We found out through when it happened and in the group chat it was definitely you hiding a child. the
You
baby
hiding
was-
a child.
I just like to wait till they get here. I don't like to.
You was we knew your baby was coming, and then when it was born, we found out. I think
Right.
The gram.
But I just wanted to say about Sicko Mode. The second half of Sicko Mode is the classic part.
Where Drake
You know what
comes
I'm
in.
saying? Yeah, you in love with who I am. Back in high school, like that part, and then when Travis comes on at the end, the first part of the song is cool. That second part to me,
I want to
is
hear
like
that first part
the
though.
classic.
I wonder if there's more to that.
The fact that there is two parts is revolutionary. The way they put it together.
Yeah.
The song. I'm
It's
saying
like
you
a
gotta-
song within
you
a
gotta-
song.
You got to take your hat off for him for even being that bold. To try that. You know what I'm saying? Some people get a Drake verse. We're gonna play it safe. He's gonna be on the hook. I need him verse. You know what I'm saying? So I commend him for that. Travis Scott.
and I love that record because that's one of them records radio had to adjust to.
Right.
Yeah,
The
how we
radio
gonna
would
play this?
never
Right.
play a record with that.
It's
kind
on
of
pop
format.
radio now too.
But it's so big, they don't got no choice, and that's what every artist needs to understand. Stop worrying about what radio is doing. Force radio's hand. 'Cause
Push
I'm
the
telling you, and
limits.
this is coming from radio personality. All we do is react. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, if your shit is that hot on social media, that hot in the streets, radio's gonna
Have no
react,
choice.
and they got no choice but to play it.
One thing we forgot to talk about though, Rob, video of the year. Do
What's
you
the
have
video
one?
of the year?
Oh, video.
I think Ape Shit got it.
Ape Shit. I'm gonna give it
That
to This Is
sounds good,
America because I like what that moment was. It's hard for me to listen to the song outside of the video. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it works. I think that song works with the visual. So
But like Charlamagne said, it's kind of like a retread of Exhibit's record.
That's all it is.
well,
And I'm not
because,
dissing it, but
because
that's
it's a
all it
one
is.
shot. So you're talking about what you see is what you get. The exhibit, the one
action,
shot, the
yeah.
action.
Action behind them.
Sure, but this generation doesn't know that shit. That wasn't even the biggest video. If you was a rap head, you was into Exhibit. What you see was what you get. The mainstream hip hop fans, a lot of that went over their head. You know, I think it was good for this generation. See, and it's funny because This Is America, because it sounds like Broadway-ish. It's kind of weird sometimes, like if it comes on in a playlist, and for me to hear it outside of the visual, but watching it with the visual, I thought it was super dope. Man.
I liked it. I just didn't like when Donald Glover shot the whole black choir.
Right.
If This Is America, you'd had a white man shoot all of those black
Yeah,
people. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like I didn't like that imagery
That
of seeing
imagery
a
of
black man do that to a choir of black people. That I didn't like. But I mean, it's a good video. I would probably say that's video of the year.
Right.
You know?
You said Ape Shit because he shut down the Lou.
Yeah, I just think that was great to see black people occupy a space where we're always like not there. You know what I mean? And I just think just the vision, they brought black performance art to the Louvre. You know, like that's never been done.
I love that. I like Drake's Nice for What too.
Right.
Yeah.
And God's Plan was a
I
dope
like
video
God-
too.
No. God's Plan was
God's
cheating.
Plan was my shit.
Why is
God's
that
Plan was
cheating?
good.
Nice for What was cheating too.
Okay.
But
Oh, with the all the
oh, you put all the
judges.
black women in there.
Yeah.
Come on, and with all the women of color, you know you're gonna get a bunch of retweets.
I like
and
God's
likes.
Plan.
And who
I
gonna
like
say that video away?
Wale Black Bonnie video.
Black
Black Bonnie video
Black
was
Bonnie
dope.
video was
Black
dope.
Bonnie video.
Salute to Wale and
You
Ashley
know,
Blaine. That was dope.
Shout out to Wale on Black Bonnie and also Nick Grant, Black Women. You know, I think so much we talk about black women being represented in music videos and colorism and you know, people complain about it. Me and B.Dot, we spoke about this all the time. And I think Wale is an artist who has always embraced beautiful dark-skinned women and had them in his videos. And I don't think we celebrate that enough.
That's
like,
a fact.
and it's what he should be and supposed to be doing. But
Absolutely.
where there's a void, here's a guy who's consistently done right throughout his career. Yeah, the Black Bonnie video was really dope.
And I mean, a bunch of brothers went out of their way to intentionally, you know, empower and uplift sisters this year, and I think that's dope. We need to do that.
Continue to
100%.
do it. Well, that's it for 2018.
Yeah.
We're gonna go home. You know, he ain't in on the radio. It's a bunch of pre-tapes.
Bunch of pre-tapes, baby. I'm off. I'm
Yeah,
off.
man.
I'm off for the next 3 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
Four, actually.
We definitely on our social media. We want to hear from y'all. What did y'all think were songs of the year, lyricists of the year, album of the year, video of the year, the king of R&B? Let's talk. We talk back. This is For the Record. Thank you for hanging out with us in 2018. 2019 is only going to be bigger.
Yes.
Brothers, thank you for coming.
Thank
Absolutely.
you, Rob. Appreciate you, brother.
Checking the mail?
Send on hate mail to Rob Markman.